Hey friends, it's Abdi Murray, and I'm coming to you from Central Park here in New York City, where I just got done filming an episode of the Eric McTassick Show, where I talked about my book, More Than a White Man's Religion. It was a really tremendous interview, actually. Eric and I talked about how the cultural questions are really shifting now to the morality of the Bible and whether or not the Bible or Christianity in general is responsible for the social ills of our day. And great conversation. If you get a chance, please tune in. I'm coming to you with an update because this is at the tail end of a whirlwind of events and opportunities we've had as a ministry over the past couple of months. You know, I was just in Canada for two separate events at two separate times. One time looking for opportunities to increase our ability to do some ministry in campuses. In fact, we have a campus ministry event planned for early next year. Then I got to speak at a Nigerian church to some thoughtful people who had some wonderfully thoughtful questions on the tough issues of our day as they're looking to reach out to the greater Toronto area with the credibility of the gospel. And then I got to partner with some great friends at Apologetics Canada. Andy Steiger and I and his team had some wonderful time filming some great episodes of some various things that are going to be on our YouTube channel, but also talking about leadership through adversity. And we did a great Q&A. So many thanks to Apologetics Canada up there and Andy Steiger and his team. But then I was in the University of Florida, and I spoke there to various crowds, and one of the crowds included an agnostic, and there were some non-Christians who came to these events. And there was an agnostic who was there who asked the very first question of the open forum, and it was such a thoughtful question, and we engaged after that quite some time. The reason I bring up this guy is because he had been coming to the meetings of this Christian organization for quite some time, and clearly the Lord was drawing him. Now, he still had quite a few things that were setting him back from giving his life fully to Christ, but the thoughtfulness level of this young man and the way in which he was engaging the beauty of the gospel showed me something, is that even those who were once hardened skeptics, in fact, he told me that he was once a hardened skeptic, but he had become more agnostic because of the answers of the Christian faith, and the design arguments and these things were leading him more to Christ. I was privileged to be a part of that kind of ministry. I got to see that. Friends, when you give to embrace the truth, you're standing next to me. You're standing with me and this agnostic guy, because your giving makes that kind of ministry that we do possible. But not only are we having an impact in person on college campuses, but we have a YouTube channel that is growing in its influence. We have content that we're creating with Derek Caldwell and I, working on blogs and new video content and new interviews coming up. Many new ideas set to be released in 2023. We can reach people not only live when we're in person on the universities or in the halls of business or in the halls of government, but we can reach these people digitally as well. There are plenty of people all over the world who don't get a chance to see a Christian live and ask questions, but they can do it over the internet. And when you give to embrace the truth, you make that kind of ministry possible all over the world. In fact, we'll be going live soon in other parts of the world, not just North America, but in India very soon and other parts of the world. So friends, as you think about what God has done through this ministry in the past 2 months, I'd like you to consider the possibilities about what God will do through this ministry in the next 12 months as 2023 comes upon us, Lord. So I'd ask you to consider carefully your giving at the end of the year, and consider Embrace the Truth as part of that giving. We're so grateful for your support. We're so grateful for your prayers. We hope to see you at our next event, but more importantly, we hope to see what God is doing through this ministry, through your giving. God bless you all.